Good morning, everybody. If you'll find a seat, we'll call the meeting to order and begin. Chairman Newton, you want to give a little prayer for us this morning before we get started?
Join me in prayer. Father, thank you for your offer of wisdom and guidance to those who ask, and we're here asking today for that. We definitely need it as we look at all the possibilities and options and opportunities to help those around us and those in need. Help us as we make decisions. Thank you for those who are serving here in their final years. Thank you for what they've done for us, and lead, guide, and direct us. In Jesus' name, amen.
Thank you. Okay. Let's go ahead. Representative Bennett, you want to come up and make a request?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and good morning to the committee. I bring before you or present House Resolution 1564. It's found on the blue sheet on page 2, the second to the last at the top. This creates a House Summit on hunger and food insecurity for the purpose of bringing stakeholders together who work in this space in the state of Georgia to help also get House members involved and to a point where we can better understand food insecurity, food deserts, and the hunger and the policy implications that we can propose.
Thank you, ma'am. Don't see any questions. Thank you.
Thank you.
Representative Jones.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman and members of the committee. I bring before you SB 542, which is at the bottom of page 3. SB 542 states that the process for filing an appeal and making the request for transcripts varies from court to court throughout the state of Georgia, and the small change that's requested will allow the process to be the same in all the courts throughout Georgia.
Okay. Don't see any questions.
Thank you.
Ma'am. Representative Hagan.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I am here to present Senate Bill 512. You will see it on page 3, almost all the way down. It has Chairman Tyler Paul Smith's name on it now. It had my name on it yesterday, so that's why I'm here to do this, if I may, Mr. Chairman. It was originally House Bill 909, the first offender update bill that we passed out of the House, I think unanimously, a few weeks ago. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Don't see any questions.
Okay.
Thank you,
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Senator, come on up.
Good morning, Mr. Chairman and committee. I have on page 3 Senate Bill 203, the Trucking Opportunity Act of 23. Basically, this bill is giving tuition free for honorably discharged veterans from the military to get truck training under TCSG. Just under that, Senate Bill 347 has been upgraded. Now, instead of the Tallapoosa Judicial Circuit, this bill deals with adding a 4th judge to Douglas County and its judicial circuit. So that one, I don't know if there's questions. And then SR 158 on the very last page, basically establishing a logistics corridor from Heard County all the way up towards Chattooga County in northwest Georgia. This resolution is supported by every senator and House member in that geographical area of West Georgia and northwest Georgia.
Senator, how about 237?
237?
Is that yours?
No, sir.
Okay. All right, we do have a question. Representative Holden.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Good morning, Senator. For Senate Bill 203, what I'm seeing in our books is it looks like it's the version that you passed out of the Senate. I recall the House making some amendments. Is this the current version now, if you know?
Yeah, thank you for the question. So this is the original version that passed the Senate. So once it passes, if it passes today, then we're done.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Senator. Don't see any more questions.
Thank you.
Thank you.
See y'all on the other side.
Yeah. Chairman Tillery.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Senate Bill 425, it's an online notary real estate closing bill.
Okay.
Thank you.
Don't see any questions. Thanks, sir. Senator Hatchett, come on up.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I've got two bills today. The first one is SR 583, which is the Dr. Robert F. Sullivan Memorial Highway dedication bill. It's also the reminder to any freshman or inexperienced legislator not to be the first road naming bill filed in a session because there are quite a few bills and there are quite a few roads that have also been attached. The second bill that I'm presenting is Senate Bill 237. Last year, this was a governor's bill that dealt with student loan repayment for peace officers. We actually got another bill passed through the House. It was a House bill, and now the Chairman Martin has been working with the governor's office and myself, and we've got another bill that deals with completion grants that's very important to the state, and would ask for your favorable consideration on that one.
Good. Thanks, sir. Don't see any questions.
Thank you.
Senator Cowser.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, members of the committee. I'm asking for two different measures today dealing with sports betting. They are not on your blue sheets due to the fact that they just passed out of higher ed about 15 minutes ago. I hope I'm not breaching protocol to ask it this time, but I know the day's going to get wild. The first is Senate Resolution 579, which is the constitutional amendment allowing sports betting, and that passed out this morning in House Higher Education Committee. It allows the citizens of Georgia to vote on this issue. It also has the most robust problem gaming provisions of any legislation on sports betting in the country. Senate Bill 386 was carried by Senator Dixon, but it is the enabling legislation for this bill that sets out the provisions and rules and how that'll be handled. Happy to answer any questions, Mr. Chairman.
Good. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you.
Senator, come on up.
Good morning, Mr. Chairman, committee. I'm here to present Senate Resolution 616, which is on the back of page 4. This is the constitutional amendment, which will be carried by Representative Silcox, that is pertaining to what used to be SB 512 and became perfected by being HB 959. It's already passed out of Judy non-civil and passed through our body. But SR 616 is the CA for the creation of the Human Trafficking Victims Funding Commission. Happy to answer any questions.
Thank you, sir. Don't see any questions.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. Senator Gooch.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Happy sine die to all of you. We'll all be happy to get home. I have two small measures. On the back sheet, it's a little road naming for Princess Trilita. It's a roundabout up in North Georgia, Lumpkin County. That's SR 609. And then on page 2, you'll find Senate Bill 507 is a simple license plate measure. In fact, I brought a sample for you this morning, Mr. Chairman. Look at there, Mr. Jaspers has one. I even have one for the President Pro Tem of the House. So I'm going to present these to you guys and ask for your favorable consideration today.
Okay.
My senator spelled my name wrong.
Thank you, sir.
We left the E off because E stood for easy money for Rick. So
yeah.
We ran out of ink.
Got a couple of questions for you.
Yes, sir.
Leader.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Leader, are you aware that in the House we have a Speaker pro tem, not a President pro tem?
She is the president of my chamber as well, so, you know, she has a lot of power in this building.
Okay, have another question in the back. Representative Williams, is that you?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman and Senator. I just have two questions. The first one is, I know that you want to present mine to me privately, so I know you've got another one up there with my name. Al or do, you don't have to worry about the Williams.
We can spell Williams, no problem.
The second one is, excuse my ignorance, but who is Princess Talitha?
Princess Trilita was an Indian princess. Cherokees, it's kind of a myth, but if you ever come to North Georgia, I hope you'll come through Dahlonega and spend money. By the way, we still have gold on this building from up there. But as you go north on Highway 19 and 60, there's an intersection. And back a couple hundred years ago, this Indian princess, according to the myth and the legend, she died and was buried there. And her myth is that if you come by that grave site, which is now in the center of the roundabout, it literally is a circle. The roundabout was built 4 years ago. It was a $6 million project because our terrain is so tough up there. So the Historical Commission in Georgia and the Indian Commission in Washington wanted to preserve that legend in that area, in that grave site. So over the years, people stop and put a stone on the grave for good luck. And so this pile of rock is probably 10 feet high now, and it's protected, and you know, with the historical significance of that area, with all the Indian heritage in North Georgia. And so we wanted to codify that to be in her honor, because the signs were taken down because DOT won't allow monuments to be in the center of the road. The signs that were there were made of bronze metal, and they were removed when the roundabout was put in. So this will be a way to help codify that and protect that legacy forever.
Thank you, sir.
Good question. Thank you.
Don't see any more questions. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Y'all have a great.
Thank you. Is there anyone on the committee that has anything that we need to hear about this morning? Chairman Blackman.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. We have HR 1384, which is Study Committee on Assessments of the Semesters and Quarter
What's
System.
the number again?
SR 1384. Take a look at the semester system and
Okay.
what did I say?
All right.
8.
You want to give me the number again? Yeah. Okay. Representative Knight, is that you?
Yes, sir, Mr. Chairman. HR 1504, that was the resolution, as many of you remember, we had a afternoon order in regards to the Department of Energy ratings and the new regulations that are coming out that would actually put the tankless water heater basically out and throw it out. As you remember, that's Renai. They're one of the world's most advanced water heating systems, and this is about the unattainable energy regulations that the Department of Energy has, and it would have a bad effect on not only Georgia, but particularly Spalding County and Peachtree County, where Renai's North American manufacturing and corporate headquarters are.
Okay, thanks, sir. Chair Lady Dempsey.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, I'd like to ask for HR 1360, which is a House Study Committee on alternatives to opioids for pain management. I think we could have a really robust conversation about some of the new good ways that are there when someone might need less of an addictive medication, and then also with experts to talk about some of the ways we can curtail the very serious opioid addiction problem that we have in our state.
Okay. Chairman Stevens.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'm asking for H.R. 1356 with the growth of several counties down in the coastal Georgia. The connectivity for mobility is going to be a problem.
How about 1435?
1435. Yes, sir. Asking for that one as well. H.R. 1435.
Thank you. Okay, let's see. Chair Lady Smith.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'm asking for House Resolution 1554, which is a study committee to look more into the issue of navigable streams. Thank you.
Okay. Chairman Hawkins.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'm asking for SB 515. We heard this in committee, and it's a really good common sense way. It's a study to add more ambulances to areas of the state where we need them, and especially one with a life flight to deal with some issues that occur for them to get people safely to hospitals.
Okay. Have I gotten everyone? Oh, Chairman. Okay, Leader.
I'd ask for Senate Bill 138. This is the coroner pay bill. I want to thank Representative Mathis and Representative Wade for their work on this. Ask for the committee's favorable consideration.
Okay. Chairman Gunter.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Asking for Senate Bill 347. It's titled the Tallapoosa Judicial Circuit for an additional judgeship. This is the Douglas County request for an additional judgeship that was left out. It was in the top 3 and it should be in the Senate took it out. So.
Okay. Who's that? Representative Williams?
Sir, I'd like to ask for House Bill 1563, creative economy. House Resolution 1563.
1563, okay. That got everybody? Okay. We'll go ahead and set our first rules calendar for today. Under modified open, House Resolution 473.
Move.
Have a move and a second. Is there any opposition? It's on. House Resolution 1066.
Move.
Moved and second. Any opposition? It's on. House Resolution 1135.
Move.
Moved and second. Any opposition? It's on. House Resolution 1166.
Move.
It's moved and seconded. Any opposition? It's on. House Resolution 1229.
Move.
Moved and seconded. Any opposition? It's on. House Resolution 1283.
Move.
Moved and seconds. Any opposition? It's on. House Resolution 1360.
Move.
Moved and second. Any opposition? It's on. House Resolution 1384.
Move.
Moved and seconded. Any opposition? It's on. House Resolution 1432.
Move.
Moved and seconded. Any opposition? It's on. House Resolution 1435.
Move.
Moves and seconds. Any opposition? It's on. House Resolution 1498.
Move.
Moved and seconds. Any opposition? It's on. House Resolution 1554.
Move.
Moved and seconded. Any opposition? It's on. Senate Bill 507.
Move.
Second. Moved and second. Any opposition? There is an objection. All those in favor of putting Senate Bill 507 on, raise your hand. All those opposed, it passes. It's on. Under modified structure, Senate Bill 105.
Second.
Moved and second. Any opposition? It's on. Senate Bill 138.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any opposition? It's on. Senate Bill 189.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any opposition? There is an objection. All those in favor of placing Senate Bill 189 on the calendar, raise your hand. All those opposed? It's on. Senate Bill 203.
Moved.
Moved and seconded. Any opposition? It's on. Senate Bill 237.
Second.
Have moved and seconds. Any opposition? It's on. Senate Bill 347.
Second.
And seconded. Any opposition? It's on. Senate Bill 512.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any opposition? It's on. Senate Bill 542.
Second.
Moves and seconds. Any opposition? It's on. Senate Resolution 158.
Second.
Moves and seconds. Any opposition? It's on. Senate Resolution 583.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any opposition? It's on. Senate Resolution 609.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any opposition? It's on. Okay, let's go over those and make sure we've got them all down. Under modified open, House Resolution 473, House Resolution 1066, House Resolution 1135, House Resolution 1166, House Resolution 1229, House Resolution 1283, House Resolution 1360, House Resolution 1384, House Resolution 1432, House Resolution 1435, House Resolution 1498, House Resolution 1554, Senate Bill 507. Under modified structure, Senate Bill 105, Senate Bill 138, Senate Bill 189, Senate Bill 203, Senate Bill 237, Senate Bill 347, Senate Bill 512, Senate Bill 542, Senate Resolution 158, Senate Resolution 583, Senate Resolution 609. We'll stand adjourned and we'll be in touch later in the day. Thank you.